guys, here we are, Stoomboy, the Combat Companion. So, as always, shows brought to you by Hard Life Fightwear. So, Hard Life Fightwear often a range of products, whether it be gi, no gi, MMA, they do have you covered. So, anybody looking for any cool stuff, whether it be standard or custom gear, hit up hardlifefightwear.co.uk. And yeah, let's see what they can do for you. So guys, we're going to be talking about Cage Warriors 205. So, we're only about a month away, just short of a month away. It's going to be in the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Saturday, 25th of April. So tickets are available for this, guys. I'd say they're going very, very quickly. Anybody looking to go and see a specific fighter, the fighters do have links in their bios for tickets. I heard yesterday Sean Clancy sold 500 tickets for this himself. So, which is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Which takes me on to my next guy, the real phenomenal, Aidan Stevens. So Aidan Stevens of SBG Moray. So Aidan's going to be making his 13th walk to the cage on the 25th of April. So he's been in there against some of the best that Cage Warriors have to offer. And he's done it, and he's been out there and done it in style, man. Absolute style. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely love watching this guy, and he's got an epic winning jump off the cage as well, man. If you've never seen it, man, then definitely watch on the 25th of April for sure. So Aidan, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me.
Pleasure as always, Stu.
I know that you've had the kids all weekend, so you've had a busy weekend. So what would you, I know that obviously, what's harder, training or running about after the kids all weekend?
It's not even a question. I mean, looking after the kids is my fight camp.
Yeah. Kids get you in shape, definitely. So
You
the
know,
kids hit harder than probably anybody in the cage fighting as well.
yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Tell us about you then. Obviously, again, training. We see your training stuff. We see it all the time. You've got some amazing training partners in all areas. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be kickboxing, boxing. Obviously, you've got high level grapplers coming out of SBG Moray. But obviously, don't tell me too much. But how's training been for you in general?
Honestly, it's gone as well as it could. No injuries, absolutely nothing. Everything's just been smooth sailing. Took a grappling match last month just to get myself busy, and yeah, weights brilliant. I'm making the move up from bantamweight, so it's I mean, I was never going to struggle to make weight,
Yeah,
and yeah, fitness levels are peaking. Find the older I get, the fitter I get.
yeah.
So yeah, just can't complain.
That's the thing. I mean, you always come in absolutely amazing shape on every single. I mean, you keep yourself in shape generally most of the time anyway. But when you come into like you go at your weigh-ins, I mean, you look absolutely ripped. Do you know what I mean? And you look in very, very good shape every single time you step out there.
Yeah, like everyone knows my training regime. Like no one works harder, but the older I get, the harder it is to push yourself. So like always just adapting, finding new ways. I'm 34 this year. Don't know if anyone knows that, but yeah, I'm purely competing there for the love of the game. And like I say, I find I'm still getting better every time.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just don't have that, that speed and everything I could rely on before. Now I've got to actually work a lot harder,
yeah,
which
yeah,
I love. Like I love that. It's the same in any sport, like football or that.
yeah,
The older
yeah.
guys have to set an example, and yeah, I'm just absolutely buzzing. We were 4 weeks away, 4 weeks out yesterday, so it's not
Yeah.
long now.
You took obviously we talk about the grappling match. I know you took a grappling match recently, ADCC Scotland, and amazing matchup as well. I mean, amazing opponent. Do you know what I mean? He was an opponent you know that was going to come at you. Do you know what I mean? He was going to
Yeah,
put pressure on you. Um, and as I say, you did absolutely fantastic against him, coming away with the W as well. So obviously, ADCC Scotland must have felt great for you.
yeah. It's like the last two shows I've had absolutely incredible opponents. I've got two big wins, two big submissions. Submission, it's no secret, is it? That's like what I excel at.
Yeah,
But my striking is getting better and better by the day. And my next opponent, Josh Abraham, is an excellent striker, so just the perfect dance partner to test my skills against.
Yeah, Josh obviously coming out of Roker Roughhouse down there in Sunderland, do you know what I mean? So obviously been on Cage Warriors a couple of times as well. I don't think he's been to Glasgow. I don't think he's been to Glasgow at all. Obviously, he's been at Newcastle. He's felt the crowd, the atmosphere in Newcastle, but walking out in Glasgow, Aiden's something very, very different.
Yeah, the Scots don't fuck about. Um, you know, I just hope he shows up with his A game. Watch his last two fights. He's been, on a bit of a tear just now. So stylistically, like, what's there not to be excited about? We're both like fight of the night contenders. Um, yeah, can't wait.
If anybody wants to get an idea of what the Scottish crowd is like, just go and have a look at what was his name? The guy, the para guy. He came out. Remember, he fought Reese McEwen, and he came
Yeah,
out and.
what's his fucking name?
Oh man, this is gonna annoy me. Do you know what I mean? Carl, what was his name? I don't think it was Carl, but he came out, man, and I mean, if anybody wants an idea of what it's like to walk out at a Scottish crowd and not be liked, then just watch that walkout, man. That
Yeah,
was that was the atmosphere that night was crazy. Do you know what I mean? And it was wild, man. Do you know what I mean? It was absolutely wild. So and I think Josh is probably going to feel that on the night. He's going to feel that Scottish crowd for sure. So. But the thing is, I mean, even though the Scottish crowd, they get right behind the Scottish fighters. Do you know what I mean? They've got so much respect for the opponent as well. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
that was a
regardless
one-off.
of where they're from.
He didn't help himself. He was a total dick in the lead up to the fight. But like the Scottish fans are really respectful. They might get a few boos, man, but they're not gonna go after him like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
being from Sunderland, it's like
Almost
it's,
Scottish.
it's almost Scottish, so we'll give him that.
Definitely, definitely. Obviously, news as well. I mean, you got engaged recently as well. So obviously, a huge congratulations on that.
Yeah, she's coming to the fight as well, so I need to put on my fucking A game, or she'll give me my engagement ring back.
Is this the first time that she's coming to see you?
Yeah, yeah, it's the first time she's seen me compete.
Yeah. So you need to
She's
come
obviously
in.
seen all the videos and watched it on Fight Pass and stuff before, but she never actually been there in person.
Yeah.
So
That's why she got
can't
engaged
wait
to
to
you.
put
So
on a
that I
show
want to
for
get
her.
engaged to a crazy MMA fighter, man. So
Either that or she lost a bet with her mates. One one of the two, or she's having a midlife crisis. But yeah,
oh,
she's
listen.
uh, she's she's an absolute gem. She's an absolute rock. She's been massive in my fight camp this time.
Yeah,
Like my biggest supporter. She's gone above and beyond to help me out. So like, I can't wait to be on the show for her and
yeah.
use the prize money to take us away on holiday or something.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, listen, listen, she'll enjoy it, man. She'll enjoy the night, especially. Do you know what I mean? It's always an awesome night. Do you know what I mean? And to obviously come out and see you. Do you know what I mean? Come and see you coming away with the W as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to add a little bit more, make it a little bit more special for her as well.
Yeah, I took her to the last video to give her a kind of a heads up what it's going to be like. She loved it. Could see her shadow boxing and stuff after the fights. So I was like, oh fuck. Hopefully she doesn't get in a bug and decide that she's gonna start training. And I'll have to
Yeah.
train her up.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
Cage Warriors is very, very different from Budo. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be it's like going from I don't know, like a small Ford Fiesta up to a Rolls Royce. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, listen,
I'd
she'll
say so.
enjoy it, man. She'll enjoy it for sure. So, um, obviously the Joshua Abraham fight. I mean, you've walked out in Glasgow before. I mean, you love walking out in front of a Scottish crowd. I mean, there's nothing like it at all. What's it been like for you? What, first of all, obviously the walkouts and stuff like that. I mean, what's the walkouts like for you walking out in home soil?
I honestly, the only way I can describe it is like I wish anyone on this planet would get to experience like how I feel just once in their life
Yeah,
doing that. The first time I did it, um, the first time I came back to Scotland 2 years ago, um, that was special. Like, don't get me wrong, but fuck me, this time last year when we came out then, I've never felt anything like it in my life.
yeah, yeah,
It was yeah, like I can't put into words how it feels. It's just. It's nuts.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
watch like Rangers or Celtic Derby, like whoever the home team, it's like that kind of support.
yeah,
It's yeah, Scots always show up.
yeah, yeah. It's going to be a bit of, obviously the atmosphere is going to be a lot different this time as well. I mean, obviously we've got the main event, Sean Clancy, Justin Burlinson, do you know what I mean? And some very, very high level matchups. Obviously, yours and Joshua's included. So it's going to be a very, very different atmosphere, certainly from the previous Glasgow events.
Yeah, a lot of Scotland, England um, fights in the card rather than Scotland against the rest of the world.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean? Like, fuck me, like that main event could headline a UFC like a fight night or
yeah,
Jesus, like what a show it's going to be. I can't
yeah.
believe that it's actually happening.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
I said that as well. I mean, I talked about the Burlinson Clancy main event, saying it's probably one of the best main events that Cage Warriors have put on in a while. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, we've had like
Yeah,
Vucenic, Hughes, and stuff like that. So, but
it's
this is
probably
going
the
to be,
biggest fight since Buchanan Hughes. Like
yeah,
the winner's definitely UFC bound.
yeah,
Um, and I'm not just saying this because I'm Scottish, but I just can't see anyone beating Sean Clancy just now.
yeah, yeah. He's a special talent, man. Do you know what I mean? And we've been fortunate. We've seen it since his very early days in amateur. Do you know what I mean? And we've seen
Yeah,
the progression and the levels and stuff like that. And obviously, he's in the right team, higher level. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously got the best kind of coaches. He spent a lot of time with Paul Craig and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Traveling all over for the UFC and so on. So he's had a taste of what the UFC lifestyle is like. So it's definitely going to be a special moment for him when he comes away with the W on the 25th of April.
yeah, can't wait, man.
Yeah, yeah. Enough about Sean Clancy. Let's get back to you. So, Miles Painter, obviously MMA UK's MMA Yoda. Obviously does all that across the ponds. Do you know what I mean? I think he's done a couple on you before as well, Aidan. So,
Yeah,
uh,
MMA Royal is our
yeah,
Miles, like.
yeah. So he's just saying he always loves a prediction. Right, he loves a prediction, and he's got you TKO second round. So he's backing you 100%.
Oh, has he never seen any of my fights before? No, I'm joking. No, I've got pillows for hands, so I'll just stick to choking people out. But yeah, no, like I fully expect the fight to go, at least 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, yeah,
We're both, Joshua's never really struggled with his like fitness levels or stuff. He's especially that fight 2 fights ago. I'm not. As I get older, I forget all the fighters' names, but it's the one that he won by points. His boxing looked absolutely crisp.
yeah,
His
yeah,
last fight, even when he got taken down, his jiu-jitsu looked slick off his back. You know, but he did end up on his back, and me, on top of you, compared to like these other guys, it's just a different story.
yeah,
If I put him on his back, he's not getting back up. The only
yeah,
time he'll get back up is after he taps.
yeah,
So, yeah, like it's a safe prediction is like, TKO round two, but we'll probably go for the sub.
yeah, yeah. We got Callum McRobb. We love Callum. We absolutely love Callum. He's just an awesome matchup. Aidan for the win, and then the backflip off the cage to finish it off the night for you.
You know what's funny is the backflip when it won in Glasgow last year. Man, just think let's just climb the cage and do a backflip. And I remember just, before I do it, I just take a little peek to make sure the ref's not there or someone that I'm going to land on. But this time I got to the top and I looked, I was like, it's a little fucking higher than I remember. And then I was like, ah, shit, fucked up. Imagine I had to just jump off and I was like, ah, fuck, I'll just go for it. If I break my legs, I break my legs. But I landed it and I was like, oh, the old dog still got it.
Yeah, yeah.
But then if I do a backflip in 4 weeks, then this will be the first time I've done a backflip since then. So it's just, I mean, I'm going to either end up a fucking YouTube sensation by breaking my leg doing it one day, uh, or falling off the cage or something. Something's coming, but yeah, well, I think I've probably got a couple of years left of the backflip celebration. Then I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
start doing like roly polies or something.
Listen, don't do what was his name? That Johnny Walker. You remember him in the UFC? He won the match and
Dislocate the
did the
shoulder.
he did the worm and dislocated his shoulder. So as long as you don't do that,
Uh, That, you know what I mean? That's even worse than breaking your leg in a backflip. So I'll take the broken leg any day of the week.
Definitely, definitely. So there we go. You heard it first, guys. He's only got a couple of years left in the backflip. So yeah. Listen, obviously, as long as he stays safe, as long as he stays safe, I can imagine Graham Boylan's. But as soon as you climb up that cage, Graham Boylan must be sitting looking, going, "Don't, don't do it, man. Don't do it."
Yeah. The thing about Graham Boylan is he didn't even have grey hair till I was signed to Cage Warriors. That's my fault. But yeah, like I say, a massive performance incoming. I can't
Yeah,
wait. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm the fittest I've ever been just now. Imagine what I'm gonna be like in 4 weeks' time.
yeah,
Still got 4 weeks of hard training.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a special performance.
I'm buzzing for it. Absolutely buzzing. I always love seeing you in there. Do you know what I mean? Doing your thing. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you're doing, whether it's MMA, grappling, or whatever you're doing. Do you know what I mean? I'm a huge supporter. And always,
Yeah.
always behind you. Always behind you for sure. So, um, and tickets. Obviously, tickets. People want to come and see you. The links in your bio, Aidan, on which social media is it on both social medias or
Instagram, but if you want tickets, just message me and
yeah,
directly and I'll get back to you straight away.
yeah, yeah,
Let's say big performance incoming. Again, it's great that it's against someone like Josh. You know, I don't like going into a fight where it's, you know, I can't even think of the last time I went into a fight, but I never respected my opponent. But you know, someone that's been around as long as I have
yeah,
fighting, someone who's an incredible fighter, and you know, these are the fights that generally make me want to get up in the morning and train hard. And when you're tired, like push on. You know, I'm buzzing. I think he's a great opponent. You know,
yeah,
I've got not a bad word to say about him. I
yeah,
can't wait to, you know, he's the perfect guy to share the cage with and, you know, give the fans a good, good entertainment for the money.
yeah. As he's one guy similar to you in regards to he's had a lot of pull-outs. Do you know what I mean? People have pulled out.
Yeah.
I remember we were down in Newcastle for the show, a show down in Newcastle, and his opponent had pulled out the day of the fight because I can't remember something happened. He weighed in, something happened, and he couldn't fight.
Not too much
So
weight.
yeah,
The
yeah,
same as that little bitch Don Dice, whatever his name was, that I was meant to fight. He pulled out
yeah,
on the day of the fight. He's quick enough to take a photo of himself in the hospital bed and post it on social media.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Oh, look at
yeah,
me. Fucking
yeah. Nah, I'd say Josh is exactly the same. That was the night I think we've seen Kennedy Freeman coming back. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, that was that
yeah.
night.
That's another thing. Like he's already marked his you know names like ma you know making a switch towards coaching.
Yeah,
He's doing a great job.
yeah,
You know, Freeman in the UFC now. You know, I'd love to go into a coaching role
yeah,
when I call it days from fighting, but just now I'm just too fucking busy, man. You know what I mean? You got
yeah,
try and balance your work life with your you know your relationship with your kids, and then obviously training as well. Like an average day, like for instance tomorrow. I'll get up at 6 a.m. Well, no, I'll get up at 5:30. I'll be at my local gym for 6. Get a good hard workout for an hour. Then I'm away to work from 7:30 till like 5 o'clock, 5:30, and then come home and then 2 hours of training. Before that 2 hours of training, get the kids for maybe like 2 hours or an hour and a half, and then you go to training till like 9, half 9 at night, and then straight to bed, ready to do it the next day. Like
yeah,
there's literally not a fucking second to. I'm not complaining. I wouldn't have it any other way. Like
yeah,
I love this lifestyle, and as hard as it is, you know what I mean. Like when I do retire from fighting, I would do anything to get you know a day like that back again.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you know how it is. You see fighters retire and like they fall into like depression and stuff because they just don't have that same routine.
yeah,
Luckily, I've got about 25 kids to look after, so
yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean. And I'm going to coach every single one of them to the UFC as well. So,
yeah, yeah,
but you know what I mean. Like I've probably got about 5 years left fighting. I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to do everything I can.
yeah, yeah. The thing
I
is, I mean,
fucking love it.
you're in the scene as well. I mean, you're refereeing, you're judging, and stuff like that. So you're constantly in and around the scene. Do you know what I mean? And there's more and more shows popping up all the time. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'd
you'll
love
be
to make
kept
the
busy.
switch
Yeah,
to refereeing. I'd love to do that full time when I retire. I love it. Fucking, you know what I mean? It's the closest you can be to the action without being in the action. It's
yeah,
refereeing is amazing. I love that. You know what I mean? Like I could maybe referee for UFC or Cage Warriors one day. That'd be fucking sick.
yeah,
But just now I've got a mission. You know what I mean? Moving up a weight class. The bantamweight cut. It was manageable. It was shit. Moving up to featherweight.
yeah,
Put on a lot of muscle mass. So I can get bigger this way, and got a new target in mind. That bantamweight title.
yeah.
It didn't work for me. So now we're gonna aim for that Cage Warriors featherweight title.
Nice, nice. So obviously, first step, Joshua Abraham. So guys, 25th of April, Cage Warriors Glasgow. So Saturday, 25th of April. If you're going to go and see Aidan, make sure you either drop him a message or hit his bio on his Instagram, and get the information there for the tickets. Don't miss this show. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you've got Aidan and Joshua Abraham, but you've got a whole host of the who's who in Scottish MMA are going to be on this card as well. Do you know what I mean? This is at this moment in time, the Scottish MMA scene is the best it's ever been, both amateur and professional. So, and we're out there taking on the who's who, not just in UK but Europe and world. So, so yeah, you definitely do not want to miss this. So, pay-per-views also on this. Oh, sorry, it's live on UFC Fight Pass as well. So, if you can't make the event, then make sure you are tuned into UFC Fight Pass on the 25th of April. So, but Aidan, listen, always a pleasure speaking to you. It's always great seeing you, mate. Do you know what I mean? As I said,
Yeah,
I love seeing you at ADCC Scotland, chatting some nonsense as always. So, but it's a great time. It's a great time. 25th of April. I'm buzzing to see you step out there again, as always, brother.
yeah, mate. I can't wait. You know what I mean? It's just a waiting game now. The hard work's done. 4 weeks of staying injury free, and yeah, let's fucking go.
Yes, so there we go, guys. Aidan, the phenomenal Stevens. So thanks again, brother. Enjoy the rest of your training camp, and listen, I'll see you on the 25th, buddy.
Take it easy, Stu. Thank you.
Take it easy.